Alright, so hello everybody, welcome back to SC Aviation and to this late Sunday evening stream. Today we're flying the Avianca A320 towards Cartagena in Colombia. So, well, this is the airplane, we're here at the airport. If anybody can confirm the sound quality, please, that would be highly appreciated. For now, let's fly the aircraft. We are here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are boarding. So, let's go ahead, get in the airplane, and see what happens. Alright, so let's look at our flight plan. So today we're flying from Bogotá, El Dorado to Cartagena, Rafael Núñez in Colombia. And so we are first gonna load the fuel into our airplane, like this. Fueling has started. And so let's continue with the setup of the airplane. Here, overhead panel, we're gonna go ADRS to nav, cruise supply to off, turn on batteries and fuel pumps, turn on navigation light and wing light, seat belts, no smoking sign, and also the emergency exit lights. Okay, that's it. Let's now make sure that our FMC is properly set up. So we're gonna go here to MCDU menu and then clear that and init and init request so that the airplane starts loading information. Okay, aircraft flight plan uplink, that is great. So let's now go to IRS init, align on reference, confirm align. And right now the IRS system of the airplane is aligning, which is great. Good. Now let's go ahead and set up our departure. So out of Bogotá, according to our flight plan, that is going to be the Osusu Fort Romeo departure out of runway 14 left. So we will set that in the FMC 14 left, and then Osusu Fort Romeo right here. Gigpu is the transition. Let's double check that here in the flight plan. Gigpu, that is correct. And so insert that. Great. And I'm gonna do something which is deleting this at 8,900 waypoint. That basically means that in real life the airplane will only turn once it has passed 8,900 feet. But for some reason fly-by-wire doesn't simulate that here. So we need to delete the waypoint. I don't know why, but it just doesn't simulate it. And then also delete the discontinuity. Okay, and now let's go ahead and set up the arrival. So arrival is going to be the UGRAP 3 Bravo at Cartagena.
KLM 89, Torre, ¿me escucha? 5 de 5, KLM 89.
And so arrival, ILS runway 01 for UGRAP 3 Bravo here, and the transition is going to be CMAP. We checked that with the charts, so let me go here to my Navigraph charts. Great service, by the way, very recommended. And so approach ILS runway 01, we see that the transition is waypoint CMAP right here. So that's going to be our transition, CMAP, that is selected, and let's insert. Great. So the lateral path of the airplane is set up right now.
KLM, frecuencia.
Okay, good.
Cáleme
So
89, me
let's go
confirma
here to
posterior
our
Alfa
flight
Bravo
plan.
Lima. ¿Cuál es el siguiente punto?
Let's look at the QNH. So our QNH here in Bogotá is 1026. So that's what we're gonna select here, hectopascals, and 1026. Constraints, VOR, and let's look at our flight level. Cruising altitude is gonna be flight level 360. So let's set that here up. Flight level 360, and I like setting for the first officer the airport indications, ADF, and the nav, sort of as a backup view over there. And let's look at the fuel. How's the fuel loading going? We're already fueled up, so we can do our takeoff calculations. But first, I am going to board passengers. So today we have a full 174 passengers on board. Let's board that, and let's do our takeoff calculations. So in it, 0 fuel weight, 64.3 tons, 34.7 center of gravity. Block fuel is 4.7 tons. 4.7. Oh, 4.7 over here.
And for the FedEx 1951, we don't have any taxiway.
And that is great. Continuing performance calculations. So it's going to be flaps 1, V1 136, BR 137, and V2 141.
FedEx 1951, we don't
Super.
have the taxiway Lima on our chart, we just have Kilo or Hotel.
Okay, no problem. FedEx 1951, report 1 ready to taxi.
Report ready to taxi.
Let's now look at our charts over here. So from Bogotá, we're going to need our airport chart, then the departure, which from our flight plan is the Osusu Fort Romeo departure. So let's select that up here. Osusu Fort Romeo, here you are. And then the arrival chart is going to be Ugrab 3 Bravo over here, star, and the approach ILS runway 01, and then taxi airport. Here we go. Yeah, so that we have all our charts ready for taxiing and all that. Okay, good. So now let's look at our flight plan a little bit. So we have Avianca 1578 flying on the 25th of March 2024 from El Dorado International to Rafael Núñez. Our weather forecast is this. Cruising system cost index 5. So that's a very low cost index, which means that we will fly higher so that we burn less fuel. Ground distance, that is 384 nautical miles, okay, and our average wind component is minus 002, so we expect to have a little bit of tailwind, sorry, headwind. Average deviation from standard atmospheric conditions, plus 15 degrees, quite a lot. And flight levels 360. Our minimum takeoff fuel is 4.5 tons of fuel. And we have 4.7 tons here, so that is good. Block time is about 1 hour and 30 minutes, and we have 174 passengers on board for a total zero fuel weight of 64.3 tons, which is what we have set up here. Zero fuel weight of 64.3 tons. That is great. And apart from that, we will have more or less no times here on the flight plan. And for the vertical path, so this is going to be our climb. Actually, this is going to be our climb here, and then top of descent. So you can see we have a lot of mountains here. These are the Andes mountains in South America. In the meantime, let's ask for our clearance. So let me ask ground for clearance. El Dorado ground, Avianca 1578, radio check.
Avianca 1578, 5
Roger, thank you. Avianca 1578, stand 17, request IFR clearance to Cartagena.
Avianca 1578, stand by 2 minutes for your clearance.
Okay, so he told us to stand by for a minute. I'm gonna clear the squawk code here since we will be given a different squawk.
We just found Lima on the chart, so we can take Lima if you want.
Avianca 1578, ready for copy.
Ready to copy, Avianca 1578.
Avianca 1578, clear Cartagena, runway 14 left, San Instrument departure, Susu 4 Romeo, transition Gigpo, climb and stay flight level 360, squawk 1304, correction 1305.
We're clear to Cartagena via the Osusu Fort Romeo departure, transition Gigpo, runway 14 left, climb and maintain flight level 360, and squawk 1305, Avianca 1578.
Avianca 1578, read correct, NH 1026, respond right to pushback and start.
1026 will call ready for pushback, Avianca 1578. Okay, so we just got the confirmation from a tower that the QNH is 1026, which is great. And we're clear to Cartagena as our flight plan, as we proposed in the flight plan. Squawk code is going to be 1305, that is set. And so we have everything ready. It's just waiting for passengers to complete boarding process. And we will be on our way. Let me look at this panel over here, make sure everything is set up correctly. It is. Alright, so I'm gonna do our takeoff briefing here to gain some time. And so for that, we are gonna use, this is called, I think it's called Vantram. It's sort of a mnemotechnic for the takeoff briefing in aviation. Let me search for that real quick here in the internet. Takeoff briefing. Yeah, it's the Vantram technique. WANNTRAM, or Whiskey Alpha November November Tango Romeo Alpha November. And that is very useful for takeoff briefing, so that's what we're going to be using today. So the technique stands W for weather, then the N notice to airmen, then the other N nose abatement procedures, then T goes to taxi and routing, then A to automation, and then M to miscellaneous. So that's it, let's start our briefing. So weather conditions right here in Bogotá are, as the meter says, we have 140 knots of wind, 8 degrees. So our departure out of runway 14 left is going to be completely fine with 8 knots of headwind. Visibility, we have also the winds varying from 100 to 190, which is also fine. Visibility is unlimited. A little bit of broken clouds, quite low at 1,700 feet with cumulonimbus. That's something to have a little bit of care about. Temperatures 16, dew point 09, so we have very low chance of rain. QNH 1026, it's higher than standard pressure, but since we are at about 8,000 feet of altitude, it's a high altitude departure, we would expect a way lower altimeter, and then no significant changes in the next hours. Also, the weather at Cartagena is reporting also very good today, 280 degrees, 6 knots of speed. Also wind varying a little bit, visibility unlimited, scattered clouds at 1,500 feet, temperature quite high, with the dew points not that close, and the QNH 1008, so that's below the standard QNH. Let's now look at our weather for the route. So we have here a big thing of isolated cumulonimbus, so we need to be careful about that, but they are flight level, I'm not sure about that. Well, they pretty much, flight level 250 to flight level 630. So we should be concerned about that. And let's now look at the wind. As we said, we are having mostly a headwind throughout the flight, and the wind varps indicate that, indeed. We are in a very mountainous terrain, so usually wind currents are not that high because the mountains stop wind currents. But looking at the wind for level 390 and all that, it's looking good. On our vertical profile, even though it gets pretty close to the mountains, we will get away from them quite quickly. So our weather briefing is done. Let's now continue with the aircraft. Today we're flying a Airbus A320neo 251 in pretty good shape. We don't have a minimum equipment list today, so we are flying with the aircraft fully functional and complete. Obviously the aircraft is new because this is a flight simulator, and the weight for the airplane is 64.3 tons, and our takeoff speeds are 136, 137, 141. Continuing with that, no temps. We're not flying with no temps because this is also a flight simulation environment. Taxi. So, looking at our chart, we expect to have a taxi routing for runway 14 left. So we would expect pushing back towards spot 28 probably, or 26 or 27, and then taxiing via Echo, Mike, Alpha to holding point. I would choose Alpha 3, but we could get Alpha 1 or Alpha 2. And then the routing after we take off is going to be out of departure Osusu Fort Romeo. So we will turn left as soon as we get to the departure end of runway 14 left, just like you see here. We will not exceed 205 knots until the turn is complete, and then pass over Bravo Oscar 907 waypoint, also at 205 knots, above 11,800 feet, and then above Guksun at 12,500 feet or above. And then we have another restrictions, but if we are lucky, maybe ATC will cancel those restrictions for us. In case of engine failure, before turning left, we will turn right, and if it is needed, we will perform a landing on runway 3 to left, only if it is an emergency. Otherwise, we will continue to hold at Bogotá VOR and then take actions. Apart from that, if the engine failure, single or dual engine failure, happens after we have started our left turn, we will continue and turn left towards the VOR before Guksun. Otherwise, depending on the nature of the emergency, we will continue and hold at Zipaquirá VOR right here. That is in case of engine failure. Miscellaneous aspects, we have high altitude airport. We do have an airport that I know pretty well. This is my home base, so that's a positive aspect, but you never know. Mostly the miscellaneous thing here is going to be the high altitude airport. Okay, that's it. Our takeoff briefing is done. So let's see how the boarding process is going. We're almost boarding complete. So I will now do the cockpit preparation checklist. Gear pins and covers have been removed. Fuel quantity, we have 4.7 kilograms 1,000 kilograms of fuel on board. Seat belts are on. No smoking are also on. ADIRS are all three on nav. Barometric reference QNH 1026 on both, which matches the local QNH right here, 1026. So that is great. Cockpit preparation checklist complete. So we are ready for pushback. As soon as these two passengers get on board the airplane, we will start our pushback.
Boarding completed.
Boarding completed. Great. So we will disconnect the jetway now. And let's start the APU. I should have started it earlier, but hopefully it will start on time. Fuel truck can also be disconnected. And as soon as we have power from the APU, we will disconnect ground power.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to see final numbers from the ground crews, and we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't
Ya
hesitate.
está
Welcome aboard.
920 pesado por ciudad.
Ok, vamos a hacer un cambio de gate a la puerta 55, pues el GFX me indica que la puerta es muy pequeña para este tipo de aeronaves.
Regio ya está 920 pesado, entonces puerta 55 por vía Bravo, Bravo 10.
Vía Bravo, Bravo 10, puerta 55, gracias, vía C920 pesado.
Okay, APU is available. Awesome. So ground power is disconnected now, and now let's disconnect ground power for the aircraft so we are ready to push back. I'm gonna do something here for practical purposes. Since I want to show you cool stuff, I will change the time to daylight so that we see the airplane and things, but you know, flying at night, it's cool, but for a live stream, it's like you don't get to see everything. So that's why I'm gonna go to daytime. And so let's connect the pushback system. Call talk. And we need way more lighting here for the cockpit since we are now on daytime. So let me change this here. Get more lighting. Also on the overhead panel.
89, vía Bravo 7, Alfa Mike, Kilo 2, está 14 derecha. Repita calle rodaje, por favor.
There, that's way better. Alright. So pushback truck is connected. Parking brake goes off. And let's start push. Oh, hold on, I didn't call for push. That's way right there. And so let's call the tower. Ground Avianca 1578, ready for pushback. Gate 17.
Avianca 5078, pushback and start pro, report ready to taxi runway 14 left.
Pushback and start approved. We'll call it ready for taxi, runway 14 left. Avianca 1578. Okay, now we are ready for taxi. Beacon light goes on. Parking brake goes off, and let's taxi. Whoops. And let's push back, sorry.
Bravo 7, Alfa, Mike, Kilo 2 y esperar en punto de esperar 14 derecha.
This is the presidential airplane of Colombia. This is our flag. It's a cool country. And this is our iconic tower. Look at that, it's so beautiful. Okay, let's now make this turn over here and start engine number 2. Okay, and now pull the airplane a little bit towards the closest spot. This airport works with spots, so any push and pull process has to end at a specific spot. That's for organizing purposes. Engine number two start, looking good right now. And stop. Parking brake on. Detach the tuck. And let's start engine number 1. Oops.
Dorado superficie, el viaje nuevo 0 que va, establecido en la puerta 55. Buenas noches y gracias por el servicio.
Viaja 90 pesado, plan de vuelo finalizado a las 54 de la hora, monitoreo único 28, gracias por volar en vaca.
22 noches, buenas noches, gracias.
Engine number 2 available, engine number 1 starting. Engine number 1 available. Good, so turning off the APU. And engines here goes to norm. Auto brake max. Arm spoilers. Lock the door. And flaps 1. Predictive differential system auto. Weather 1. GCS auto. Multi-scans auto. Good. And after start checklist. Anti-ice off, ecam status normal, pitch trim set, rudder trim neutral. Great. After start checklist complete, let's call for taxi. El Dorado ground, Avianca 1578 ready for taxi.
Avianca 1578, continue taxi via Echo November Alpha, Olympus runway 14 left.
14 left via Echo November Alpha, Avianca 1578. Okay, so it's gonna be Echo, then November, and then left onto Alpha. Taxi light goes on. And let's go, parking brake off. Oh, the KLM 777. Wow, look at that. That is beautiful. Nice. What a beautiful airplane. Those engines. Oh, I love it. Okay, so he said Echo, we are on Delta, which means that I need to turn onto Echo here. This is taxiway Papa, and we need to go to taxiway November, which is the next one over here. Right is clear. This is Charlie, and we need to go to Alpha, sorry. So it's a left turn right here onto Alpha, taxiway Alpha. Alright, let's do our takeoff checks. So cabin checked, takeoff config, test, normal. Now let's do flight control check. Elevator full up, center, full down, center, aileron full left, center, full right, center, rudder full right, center, full left, center. Flight control checks are complete. So let's now go to our checklists and taxi. Flight controls checked. Flap settings config 1. Radar and predictive wind shear system on and auto. Engine mode selector normal. ECAM memo takeoff no blue. Taxi checklist complete.
KLM 89 para su salida con Bogotá 120.6. Buen vuelo.
Is the KLM over there? Somewhere over the other runway?
KLM 89 recibe última condición.
KLM 89 comunicar Bogotá Centro 128.6.
128.6 is the next frequency. 128.6, there we go.
Avianca 1578 for you takeoff with Bogotá Center 128.6. Bye bye.
128.6, thank you so much, bye. Bogotá Control, Avianca 1578, holding short of runway 14 left at Alpha 3, ready for takeoff.
Avianca 1578, good evening. Runway 14 left, wind 140 degrees, not clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 14 left, Avianca 1578.
Clear for go off to McLean, Bogotá.
Clear for takeoff, strobe lights on, landing lights on, runway turn off lights on, nose on, transponder TARA.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Say again, please, the squawk.
2444.
2444, contact to McLean.
Okay.
Alright, are you ready, guys? Let's go.
Charlie Fox to go off to McLean.
50% stabilized. Takeoff.
PDN capability.
Mantoga SRS runway auto thrust blue.
Contact to McLean, say again, please, I didn't understand that.
Do you have a PDN capability, GNS or GPS capability?
100 knots.
Contact to McLean, this is normal Airbus navigation system. What exactly do you refer to?
V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Nav.
So contact to McLean,
Autopilot 1.
Please explain what is the PDN.
Performance based navigation. So I see in the front plan you have a PDN capability. So proceed direct to top low, Delta Oscar Papa Lima Oscar, and expect top low for Echo arrival.
Nice.
With direct Doblo, expect
Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful departure.
and say again the arrival route.
Lever climb.
Expect top low for Echo.
Expect Doblo for Echo arrival.
Okay, and also now proceed direct to Puppet and expect INS Yankee 14 left approach.
ILS 14 Yankee, expect ILS 14 Yankee approach and direct puppet. Contact to McLean.
KLM 89 Bogotá.
KLM 89, permiso para despegar pista en la torre derecha.
Aquí juego respondemos 2317.
Flaps up.
Avianca 1878, 1578, right contact passing 1,200 feet. Then restricted level 360, proceed direct to CMAP.
Radar contact, we climb flight level 360, direct CMAP, Avianca 1578. So that was a good, very good shortcut. Like, he cleared us from the takeoff direct to our initial approach fix. Like, that is crazy. But, well, that's good for us.
Approaching to Kika, monitor Unicorn 122 decimal lady tap 0107. Radar service terminated. Have a flight.
29, 6 level service, sir. Have a good night, bye.
Okay, passing 12,000, landing light off. Seatbelts also go off.
República 332, buenas noches, prosiga.
Muy buenas noches, República 332, refiriendo solicitud de vuelo de Bogotá.
And spoilers. We can disarm them. And after takeoff checklist. Oh, you have no after takeoff checklist. Okay, anyway.
República 332 autorizado Río Negro, Bogotá, vía salida Impact 2 Bravo de Hanfai 230, identificó 2443, permiso a Volkswagen.
Pues va a discreción, QNH 1025, temperatura en Río Negro 18, viento 0303 nudos.
025 al QNH y para la dispersión debemos rodar al República 332.
Correcto, conexión correcta con el 03. KLM89, contacto radar. Asciende, mantengan el euro 430 en recepción, cuando posible, procede directo vocal.
Repita por favor, Bogotá Centro.
Contacto radar, haciendo recepción para el 430. Entiendo, su plan de vuelo tiene para posterior. Samuel. Entiendo que tiene posterior directo a Esmeraldas, ¿correcto?
¿Cómo? Repita por favor.
Tiene procedimiento a Esmeraldas, ¿correcto? Posterior Orega. Al borde Esmeraldas.
Negativo.
Acá en ese problema dice que va a Orega, posterior Eco Sierra Víctor. ¿Ese no es el borde Esmeraldas?
Esto cierra Víctor, sí. Afirmativo.
Procede directo a Eco Sierra Víctor cuando posible, KLM89.
Roger.
Traffic of 2 Mike Lima. I have an aircraft descending without authorization. Turn right heading 330.
Right heading 60, Condor to Mike Lima.
You have a traffic at your takeoff club. 5 miles.
The traffic inside is only to Mike Lima, so you say I can go back to the track in 5 miles?
If you have the traffic inside and is no conflict alert, continue direct to Parkett.
When I have the track complete inside, and I will continue direct to Parkett.
Okay. Traffic
You say I can go back to the track.
Standard QNH. We are passing flight level 240, so we should have said the standard QNH way earlier, but anyway, standard QNH, so standard pressure. And everything looks good for now here in the cockpit. Nice.
KLM 89, cerrando operaciones, la hora 0115, servicio horario terminado. Gracias para la Colombia, feliz vuelo. ¿Puedo hacer repita? Cerrando operaciones, la hora 0115, servicio horario terminado. Nuestra Unicom 122 y 18, buen amigo. Channel 2 of Mike Lima, you are clear for other jack approach via Puppet Abyss. Listen on discretion to 13,000 QNH 1026 at Bogotá.
The 2 Mike Lima cleared for the Doplo for Echo arrival, QNH 1026, and say the rest of the message.
Okay, also you are clear for other taxi approach from 14 left and via Puppet Abyss. Descend on discretion 13,000.
Descent, 130, 5130, is that correct?
Descend via Dr. Foreco to 13,000, QNH 1026, you are clear for other jack approach. Runway 14 left, descend via.
Okay, for Island Yankee arrival, runway 14 left, repeat the rest please.
Descend via Dr. Foreco to 13,000, QNH 1026.
Descent flight level
2.8, cabina 89.
13000, cleared for the Doplo before Echo arrival, and cleared ILS Yankee runway 14 left.
That's correct. Closing operations, monitor Unicom 122.8, have a good landing.
Bogotá Control, good evening.
Oh no.
546 and 76 at Eldorado Airport.
Center just closed.
Avianca 9546, closing operations, monitor Unicom 122.8, have a good flight.
Oh, that's turbulence. Woohoo!
Avianca 15157, closing operation, monitor 122.8, time 0118, roger 77 minutes, have a good flight.
Gracias, Carlitos. Chao, chao.
Chao, Santiago C3. República 32, cuando listo rueda de puertos para pista 01 vía alfa, notifique conexión. Autorizada a despegar y no tiene tránsito alrededor para el notificado. Cerrando operaciones, la hora 0118, servicio horario terminado. Bueno.
No vamos ya, autorizado a despegar 01, da la vuelta,
A la vuelta. Our aircraft on the frequency, to operation, monitor Unicom 122.8, have a good flight. Aeronaves en frecuencia, de las operaciones, 12,8, servicio horario terminado, buen vuelo. Muchas gracias. Gusto, la Colombia.
What a beautiful flight. Okay, so what's up? Somebody say something. It's gonna be like it's not that long, the flight actually. It's just gonna be like 45 minutes from now. So what's up? What's going on? We could talk about United, like the amount of incidents they have had in the recent weeks. They had like 5 incidents or 6 incidents. The 737, the 777 that lost the wheel. It's been crazy. Like so many things have happened to them in the recent days. Fortunately, we are not United. We are Avianca. By the way, this is the world's most punctual airline for 2023. Avianca, Colombian carrier. As a fun fact, this airline is not so loved in Colombia, but it is quite a good airline anyway. Some people don't like it because of the quality of like the passenger experience. Other people that know the airline from very early know that they have sort of what is the word for that? They have eaten other airlines, like with their mouth and their teeth. They have just stuck them into the other airlines and they kill the other airlines, which is crazy, but anyway. Where to where? This is no, it's not Roblox. This is Bogotá to Cartagena in Colombia, South America. I didn't put that in the thumbnail or in the.
Can you give me again the altitude for Puppet, please?
In the description, because I mean those cities are not very known like worldwide, so I just said let's fly a little bit. But those are very two nice cities in Colombia. One is an airport that is at 8,900 feet of altitude, so it's very high. I live in that city, and when you get there from being at the beach or something, you can feel the difference in atmospheric pressure and oxygen. And the city towards we're going is in the coast. This guy doesn't know that the controller already closed. Bogotá Center already closed. We are alone here.
Roger, thank you.
No problem. Yeah, that pilot didn't know we were flying alone. So what was I saying? Yeah, and this is not Roblox. No, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 PC and the fly-by-wire A320neo flying on VATSIM. Okay, so we're close to our top of descent right here. So now let's go to the electronic flyback, and let's do our descent briefing. So the weather at Cartagena looks fine. WA, the airplane, it's the same airplane. NOTAMs, we have no NOTAMs. N, it's nose abatement procedures. We are not doing any nose abatement procedures. Routing, we are hold on. So we are coming in here from direct to CMAP, because if you just joined, like, ATC literally just cleared us directly to our initial approach fix as soon as we took off. That was crazy. I think that would never be done in real life, but anyway. The thing is that he cleared us to our initial approach fix as soon as we took off, so now we are flying direct to CMAP, and so we have to be at 3000 at CMAP, and then we're gonna join the ILS. Final approach course 010. In case of misapproach, we're gonna proceed direct to Utlock, straight ahead and hold at 3000 feet. Now, since fly-by-wire doesn't simulate the missed approach procedures, in case we have to miss approach, we will simply continue straight ahead and climb to 3000 feet. That's gonna be the procedure for us. Apart from that, we have no other important things. 3000 is the altitude for joining the localizer and the glide slope. So I'm gonna select 3000 here. Let me activate the landing system. Auto brake is going to be low. And let's arm the speed brake. Top of the descent reached. So let's start the descent. And let's enter the destination information. So QNH 1009er. So we go here to performance, the next phase 1009er. Temperature 29. Wind 300 at 06. 300 at 06. And the radio minimums, that is the minimum altitude at which, if we have not established visual contact with the runway, we will have to go around, and that is 250 radio altimeter or 243 barometric. So 250 radio altimeter. Or is it the other way? Yeah, it's the other way. 243 radio altimeter. There you go. Better. you do, the less I know. Anywhere else is hollow. I'm begging for you to take my hand. That's my man. Nice song. Nicolas Almendares just texted. Okay, it's transition level 19,000 feet of altitude. So now we have to select the local QNH, which is 1009er. Set. That you do, the less I know. Anywhere else is hollow. Alright. Okay, so we have a holding there at our initial approach fix. I'm gonna delete that. We don't want to hold. So this hold, I'm gonna clear it and then clear the discontinuity. That's way better. Now our routing is more clean. We are 13,000 feet to go. Flying above nice green terrain. Beautiful. And you can see there on the left the shore over there. Beautiful. Flying this route in real life must be like so nice. Someday I will fly this route as a real pilot. Someday. Pretty clear skies. Wow. Pretty clear skies. If there's somebody viewing, if you want to tap something on the chat, there are not many followers here viewing the stream, so if you want to type something and chat with me, we can do it. Talk about aviation and talk about United, which has had like thousands of incidents in the last 7 days, with the 777 that lost its wheel, and then I think it was a 737 that had to return because a passenger died on board, or what was the story? I don't remember it well. Crazy. Like, a lot of stuff has been happening on United lately. Or you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the landing, as if you were a real passenger, but having the jump seat here on the airplane. There's another airplane right here. Let me monitor the common traffic advisory frequency. 122.8. Cartagena traffic, Avianca 1578, 20 nautical miles from CMAP initial approach fix, coming in for a landing at runway 01. Hello Cartagena traffic. This is the highway that takes from the capital city of the country to Cartagena, which is the city over here. That's where we're going to, and the airport is over there. I think this is that Monteria, another city? There? I'm not sure. Nice. 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 Nice, 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 nice. Lovely. Where are you going? Hello, For Aviation. I'm going to Cartagena. That's a city in Colombia, in South America. The city is not that beautiful, but the location, it's beautiful. It's right at the shore of our coast. And the airport is a pretty cool airport because since the capital city of the country is like 10,000 feet above ground level, well, not that much, but like 9,000 feet, flights that are going to Europe sometimes cannot take off directly from there. So when they cannot take off directly from the capital city, they first do a short flight with less fuel to this city where we're going to, and then from there they take off to Europe. So if you go to this airport in real life, you will see a lot of long-haul airplanes. Obviously a lot of short-haul airplanes as well, because it's a regional airport, but it serves internationally, if that makes sense. That's where we're going to. I love aviation. Me too. Nicolás Almendariz, hola. Nicolás. Oh, you're the guy from Vatsim. Hi. You wanna see your airplane? You are. I just lost you, but you were somewhere here in my navigation display. I saw you, but I'm not seeing you anymore. Anyways. Okay, so for the next, can you do a flight from EUG to SFO? Sure, what is EUG? Is that the IATA code of an airport in the US? IATA code EUG. Eugene Airport, is that? Also known as Macklin Sweetfield, is a public airport 7 miles northwest of Eugene in Lane County, Oregon, United States. Is that it? Oh, cool. Yeah, we can do that. As soon as I land, maybe we could take a smaller airplane over there. For sure. Alright. So flaps 1. Nope, actually not yet. We are still over the maximum speed. But let's arm approach mode. And the taxi lights go on as an indication that we have been cleared for our approach. Flaps 1. And cut 3 dual. And glide slope capture, localizer capture. And runway not in sight. Where is the runway? Oh, I see it now. I see it. 2,500. Nice. And gear down. Cabin checked. Gear down and locked. Come on, slow down. And flaps 2. and flaps 3. And flaps full. Checked. Oh, seatbelts. I forgot that. And landing lights go on. Autopilot off.
300. 300. Minimum.
Continue.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Speed brake up. Reverse green. Oh, whoops. Oh, my pedals just screwed up over here. Reverses go off. And welcome to Cartagena. Do we have any ground personnel waiting for us? Looks like we do over there. So flaps up. And speed brake down. Let's turn on the APU. Shut down landing lights and strobe lights. There is the marshaller over there. There, a little bit more. There we go. Great. So shut down the engine. We already have power zone from the APU, so we can turn off the beacon light and connect the jetway. If we have a jetway. I don't think we do. Yeah, we don't. But anyway. Oh, we do have a jetway. Look at that. Nice. There is the jetway approaching. How beautiful is it when we have a jetway? Okay, and so let's connect ground power, baggage truck, and catering truck. El viento cuando aterricé estaba un poco cruzado, dice Nicolás. Sí, pues no mucho ahorita, pero en final super like right above the threshold. Sí sentí que me estaba enviando un poquito para la derecha y me tocó corregir para el otro lado. Pero bueno, what's your favorite plane? My favorite plane is probably the Airbus A350. I think it is such an elegant plane, such an efficient plane, such a beautiful airplane, and it hasn't had any accidents apart from the one that crashed like some days, some months, some weeks ago. That's my favorite aircraft. I also like the A380 a lot because it's the only double-decker, and the A320 because it's such a cute guy. Good landing, thank you. I didn't like it that much because my physical pedals here in my room got stuck up, so that's why as soon as I landed you could see the airplane like moving around the runway. But apart from that, I liked it. Like, it was a good flare and all that. Okay, so now we have ground power available, so we can shut down the APU, turn off the seatbelts, such that passengers can disembark, payload, and deboard all passengers. What a cool flight. Same. Oh, you're better than me at landing, that's for sure. What simulator do you use for saying those that your landings are not that good? Maybe Flight Simulator or X-Plane, or who knows, Infinite Flight. I also fly Infinite Flight on mobile devices a lot. I like it very well. Okay, so let's get ready to shut down the airplane, turn off the ADIRS of the batteries, fuel pumps. Actually, no, we were gonna leave those on. Emergency exit light goes off. This and this goes off. Predictive wind shear system off. Weather system also goes off. Let's unlock the door. And yeah, let's shut down the airplane. Airplane is shut down. Cool. And passengers are still deboarding. We can disconnect ground power. Nice. I love this airplane. Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. That's great. That's great. I love that simulator. Okay, so it's time to wait for the passengers to deboard, although we can change that to fast so that it doesn't last that long. According to this, it's gonna be just 2 minutes for deboarding to complete. Cool flight. Well, for aviation, thank you very much for joining. I appreciate that. And who's the other guy that's looking right now? We have 2 viewers. That's not much, but you have to start with something. So if I get disappointed or I get sad by only having 2 viewers, I will not get anywhere. So you just have to keep your mood and keep working on the channel. If anybody has any feedback, that's really appreciated. OS1, hi. Hello. What's up? If you just joined, we are currently waiting for our passengers to get off the airplane. And they just got off the airplane, so we are ready now. This is it, guys. Thank you very much for joining and for taking time to meet AC Aviation. This is a channel for flight simulation, like all types of stuff. Flight simulation in PC, in mobile, like Infinite Flight, or X-Plane Mobile, or X-Plane Desktop, or Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I also upload some videos sharing like technical stuff, sort of like Captain Joe's videos, like mimicking that type of videos, like educational ones. Of course, they are not as good as him's, but that's the purpose of the channel. If you like it, consider subscribing. And thank you very much. Hope to see you in the next time. If anybody wants to chat or something, my mail is available here in the channel description, but not like the official description, but like when you scroll down, you get to see the what? I forgot the idea. The email, if somebody wants to chat, or if somebody wants to make like a group flight, that would be very cool. And that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.